check this out. Twice smoked mashed potatoes out on our Traeger grill. They've got a great flavor. They're loaded up with cheesy, melty goodness. They've got a great texture, and they're pretty easy to make. Let me show you how we do it. Okay, so to start, you're gonna prep your potatoes. We have 3 pounds of russet potatoes that we're gonna wash, drizzle with avocado oil, and poke with a fork so that we can get those outside on our Traeger grill. Now I have my Traeger set to 375. Once that's hot and the potatoes are ready, we're gonna get these directly on the grill grates and cook them like this with the lid closed for about an hour and 10, hour and 20 minutes until they're fork tender. While those are cooking, we're gonna prep our other ingredients. You'll need to shred about 1.5 cups of a good melting cheese. I'm using a smoked Gouda, but you can use whatever you want. Then you'll also need a stick of butter, a cup of heavy cream, and salt and pepper. So after you have your ingredients assembled, the potatoes are off the Traeger, we're going to cut these in half and scoop them out, and I'll show you how we mix everything up. Since the potatoes are really hot straight off of the smoker, I use a little paper towel and wrap it around there to protect my hands so I can deal with it. You do whatever you need to do to make sure that you can handle the potatoes without burning yourself. Try not to throw the whole peel inside like I did. I am using my stand mixer. I love using it because it makes it super easy. If you want to use a bowl and a hand masher, you can totally do that too. Okay, once you get your potatoes all scooped out, you're going to get the whisk attachment on, and we're going to break these up first and get some of that steam out. Okay, one reason why I really like to make my mashed potatoes this way is because of the texture that I get. Water does not mix very well with fat, as you know, and so by getting as much water out and not boiling the potatoes, we are eliminating one of the biggest enemies of a good mashed potato. Now you can add in a stick of room temperature butter. Mix that in for a second before you get the rest of your ingredients going. We're going to season with salt and pepper, and then we're going to add in our heavy cream. So I like to take my time with the heavy cream and add it in stages just to make sure that I don't put too much in, because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. I decided that this did need a little bit more, so it was a little more than 3/4 of a cup. I didn't do quite the entire 1 cup. This is good. It's okay if it's a little bit looser to start because it's going to tighten up as it finishes. Last but not least, we're going to get our cheese. So I have about 1.5 cups of shredded smoked Gouda. It's really good in this recipe. It's my favorite. You can use a different cheese. You can make this recipe yours. This is your chance for creative freedom. You can also on the blog post, I have different variations that you can try. So good. You're going to add about 1 cup of your shredded cheese to start and fold that in. The other 1/2 cup is going to be used to put on the top. Now you are ready to get your mashed potatoes back out there on the smoker. So I'm getting these in a deep 10-inch cast iron skillet from Lodge. You can go a little bit bigger if you want. We're going to smooth out the top. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then we're going to sprinkle the rest with the rest of that cheese, and then we're going to get it back out there on the Traeger. So it's going to hang out for another 30 minutes while everything comes together. The cheese gets melty. It's going to be great. Get in here. Check this out. Super smooth. I'm only going to take a tiny bit to test it out. I love mashed potatoes like this. They're screaming hot. This is also a really fun recipe if you want to make potatoes the day before you actually have to serve them. This is a great option. Since we're putting them out on the smoker first, we're not adding more water to the potatoes. We get a great texture, a great final product. The smoked Gouda is where it's at. I love this cheese, but you can do it however you want. If you need this size cast iron skillet, the link for that is down below, along with my Traeger affiliate links. Anything you need to make this recipe. I sure hope you come back and subscribe and watch my next couple of Traeger videos so that you can make really good stuff that's really easy out on your Traeger.